Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on a stretch bracelet using our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Under the Sea. And a lot of these beads, of course, come from the bead pack that Jesse James Beads makes exclusively for SoftFlex. So let's turn down and I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, I have some 1 millimeter stretch cord. So we're going to get just, I don't know, over a foot. Maybe I'll measure it for you just a sec here. And this will cut with scissors or with, I just cut it with my flush cutters, but it will cut with scissors. So we got, well, I've got over a foot here. It looks like probably about 13, 14 inches. $13.5, which is more than I need, but I always cut extra because we don't want it to be really short when we go to tie it. Now, the first thing you want to do is stretch it out. Stretch, I don't know, quite a few times. And that is because it will stretch itself over time if you don't stretch it, and then your bracelet will bag. So let's get so we did our stretching. Now we'll put this up here. In case you're wondering, those feet you're seeing and the tail over here is my dragon Bronzite. There he is. Say hi, Bronzite. Put your head back over there. I got him at the Sandpoint Renaissance Fair when we vended there last weekend. So these are going to be our focal beads. There's going to be one in the front, one in the back. Now I'm using these because see how large that hole is? The knot should be able to go in there and hide itself, even though it's not going to be, it is quite a large knot. It should still fit in there pretty well. I'm going to take these daisy spacers out of the kit. Oh, what do we got hooked onto you? One of the other spacers. I don't think that will work, guys. How'd you get yourself on there so well? There we go. And then there should be 2 for this one too. Where are you? There you are. So those go on either side of those. Then we're going to be doing 2x2s here. These are the bead strand from the kit, the purple and blue. So we're going to go 2, and then one of these spacers here, and one of these silver and beige. And we're going to do the same here over on this side. Then 2 more of these guys. Now, if I need more length to this, I will put some more spacers between the blue and purple ones here. So then after this another spacer here, we'll put another one of these guys, and then another spacer, and then this guy. Spacer. And then 2 of these. See, do have a lot more spacers out here than I need, but that's all right. Better too many than not enough. And then this will match up to this porcelain bead again. I'm not sure I like that. Why, you may ask? And that's because we've got a lot more here to this one than there. I would much rather have this in the center, but actually I think I have a way of doing that. Put this over here, go here, guys, then well, I don't have enough of these to do this. So I still may do it this way because that brings this one more into the center there, or to the sides right here. So let's put a bead stopper on one side and we will start stringing these up. I'm going to put this other spacer when we do this on this side so that it's not going to get over here, guys. It's not going to become a problem as far as when I get to the knot hole, because we need the knot to be right here by this big hole. So let's just string this baby up just like we have it down the line, and then we'll see how long it is. I really like this electroplated one, and I would have put in 2 more, except they didn't have 2 more in the kit. So here's that daisy spacer on the other side, on either side of this big porcelain one. Yes, their holes are about the same size. I was going to say if this has a bigger hole, I was going to switch it with the other side. If this ends up being too long, I'm going to come down and take out this extra white and silver one, or beige and silver. Oops, forgot a spacer. Now, if this ends up losing size, it's because of from the length that we've already got it. It will be because of the circumference of the beads. And this says it's 7 exactly. Ooh, we may need to get some more spacers in there because we're probably going to lose some sizing as we come around. And we want to make sure that we have enough. So let's see how big that becomes. Yeah, see, it's only 6.5. So we're going to need to put some more spacers in. Rather than losing some stuff, we need to put some more in. So I'm thinking we will put a double up spacer here and here, and then we'll put a spacer between each of these. Well, I need to double up, so let's just pull the whole thing. Better put this on, we don't want to lose this. So we'll put a double spacer here. And then a double spacer on this side. Oh, I put a triple one on there. Well, that looked sort of cool, but I don't think we need triple. Hopefully I don't need a triple. Need to take this off. I just realized I was going to put another spacer right here. So maybe I'll put a double spacer right here. Come on, bead, go in. Okay, now let's skip over to the other side and do this same thing over here on this side. So we'll take it off from here. Put a double spacer here. Oh, go on. Okay, we're right here. Oh, almost dropped it. double spacer here. And put the double spacer in this spot now too. Let's see, yeah, one here and then two between the next two. Now let's see if we are closer to where we want it to be as far as sizing. So right now at this, we're at 8. So, wow, those extra spacers just gave it almost a full inch. So we'll tighten these two together right here so that we can measure their sizing. Now see, that's actually going to give me a gap right there. So I want to see if I can get a little bit closer to this one so that when, see, we still would have about 1/4 inch gap there. But so if this goes to 7 1/4, then, which it does, we're perfect. Because once we tie the knot, we'll lose that little bit of gap that's right here between these two. So next step is to tie our knot. So what we want to do is give it a couple more stretches. See how much gap that just gave us by stretching it some? It's about a 1/2 inch more gap. So then we want to take this off and we want to stretch our end pieces. And that's because now we're going to tie our knot. So up and around 2 fingers, like so, go around both of them. Come all the way around in a circle. Then where these two go together, push both of your threads through once, and then wrap it around and go through a second time. Now there's our knot fixed, but we've got to get it down here good and tight. So that's why it's still on this one finger. Now I'm going to hold it while I pull it here so that it doesn't loosen up on us. So there we go. Our knot is made. We'll stretch it a couple times so that it sets good. And then we're going to cut most of this extra thread off. Not all of it. I like a little teeny bit of tail just to be on the safe side, but not a lot. Maybe 1/8 of an inch. So there we go. There's our extras cut off. Now I'm going to get some Hypo Cement and put on this knot. Don't ever use super glue on your knots because super glue dries hard and it will snap your bracelet as soon as you put it on. So there is what it's going to look like. So let's get the Hypo Cement out and get it on the knot, and then we'll work the knot into our bead. My Hypo Cement tends to sit right on a shelf above me. So, it's got some gunch down here, but that's all right. Okay, now where did my knot go? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so get the beads away from it. The Hypo Cement really doesn't need to be squeezed. See, it's already starting to come out and I haven't squeezed it at all. If you squeeze it, you're going to have a whole bunch out. So just let it come out with gravity. And once you have your glue on your knot, quickly put your little thing back in. Otherwise, you're going to have a mess. Okay, now that we've got that on, let's see if we can bring our knot into our bead here. because, like I say, it is a big knot, but it's a very, very secure knot. So we want to work it in, and it doesn't want to be worked in, it looks like. Sometimes what you need to do is to turn your little ending knot pieces and see if you can get those to go in first. Oh, you little turd. The other option is to pull it towards you so that you put the smallest spot that you can towards your bead. One time I was pulling these like this, and the knot suddenly went through, and it went all the way through and came out the other side. Then I had to work it from the other side. So just got a little bit of the knot still sticking out there. See right there? Let's see if we can shove her in there. There we go. So there we go. There's our bracelet. Let's see what our last size is on it. Our final size. It's right at 7, maybe between 6 3/4 and 7. So that's about a perfect size. So there we go. There's our bracelet. You see, if it was bigger than, I should say smaller, you would get a bag in between your beads. You could be able to see the cord. So this is a perfect size. There we go. And there's our bracelet. So anyway, there is our pretty bracelet. It's a stretch bracelet, so it slides right on your arm like so. And we made this a pretty little thing using the beads out of our SoftFlex Design Challenge Kit Under the Sea. They're either from, these are a bead strand that were there, and then the other beads, all of these here, and the porcelain beads came out of the Jesse James Beads bead pack that is always a part of the Design Challenge kits. They're made exclusively for these. So anyway, there's our pretty little stretch bracelet. Hope you enjoyed making this with me. We'll see you the next time. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden. Bye-bye.